The more I learn about breathing, the more I appreciate that there are infinite layers of fascinating connections between the mind, the body, and the breath. Without delving deeply into the physiology and psychology of breathing, I'd like to share what I've found to be 3 of the most important principles to understand as you learn to breathe more effectively. The first principle is that the body knows how to breathe. It is a sophisticated, self-regulating system. You don't need to count your breaths or measure your vital signs to breathe optimally. Your body is taking all of these measurements for you automatically. We simply need to get out of the way and let the body do its thing. In order to clear the way for the natural breath, however, we need to understand how the mind and body can interfere with our breathing. This brings us to the second principle, which is that tension in the body can restrict our breathing. The torso is like a breathing container that can be filled by the breath, expanding outward in every direction as you breathe in. Anatomically speaking, the actual air you breathe in only expands into your lungs, but your whole torso can indeed expand to create space for the lungs, so it can feel as if the breath is expanding into your whole torso. Your chest, sides, back, and abdomen can all move outward, creating ample room for the breath. Physical tension in the torso, however, functions like a corset, inhibiting the natural expansion of the breath. Restoring your natural breathing involves becoming aware of your breathing container and learning how you can create flexibility and openness to allow the breath to move freely. The third important principle is that our thoughts can influence our breathing. Mental activity can change how we hold our bodies and how we allow the breath to flow. For example, when we are stressed out or upset, we have a tendency to tense our bodies and hold our breath. To restore optimal breathing, it is important to practice mental attitudes that send calming messages to the nervous system and allow the body to relax and breathe freely. The attitudes I find helpful for supporting balanced breathing are drawn primarily from Eastern mindfulness philosophy, which emphasizes acceptance of the present moment without judgment. I'll expand on this notion more during the breathing exercises. The reason I find this outlook helpful for breathing training is that the traditional Western approach, which is oriented toward fixing and changing things, can lead people to try to correct their breathing in an effortful, striving manner that creates just the kind of tension that interferes with natural breathing. So these restorative breathing practices are designed to guide the mind and body into a state that allows the body to discover its optimal breathing patterns. Ultimately, restorative breathing is about bringing consciousness to body, mind, and breath to support our natural potential for physical and emotional health and well-being.